So I spoke to you about this time 2 years ago,
that's
and
right.
you'd just been at the UK premiere, and it was you were still reeling from it. It was kind of new to you.
It's called a hangover.
Do you think you're more prepared this time round?
Yeah, as much as you think you're prepared first time round, nothing actually prepares you for the sort of madness of a movie that has this much attention and this much this large sort of fan base and as sort of keen of a fan base.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think a bit more relaxed this time around. Yeah.
How's life changed? Because around that time, people knew that you were Christian Grey, but you weren't globally recognised for that role. So how's life changed?
I mean, I think my life's changed immeasurably in the last 3 years, but that's because of children rather than this movie franchise. It coincided. We had our first kid 3 days before I started filming the first one. We had our second kid 10 days before we started filming the second and third. So it's kind of madness, and it's been the best ever distraction from what the effect of these movies would be if I didn't have children.
Yeah.
So, and we've chosen to have a very we moved out to the country and we want room for the kids, and so all those things I think have been good in terms of lessening the impact of being in a big franchise like this.
So when you go to the local pub, do they talk to you about the films or
not in Gloucestershire?
No,
not really. No one really cares. No, you can sort of go in unnoticed. They'd probably be more excited if you were like a jockey or something walking into the pub, because more people probably know who you are out there. But yeah, no, it's fine. It's all grand. I mean, look, if 2 kids under 3, there's not much pub going to anymore. Really,
no, that's so true. Yeah, that's true. Maybe Sunday lunch, but even Sunday that's lunch, a nightmare.
Exactly. Yeah, I know you're having your starter and you're going, why did we do this?
Yeah,
the kids are running around like mad people.
Yeah, we know this wasn't a good idea. Why are we doing it again? Have you learned how to control your blushes since doing these films? Because you end up having to have conversations about stuff that you wouldn't normally have conversations about.
True. I guess you just are so prepared to say those sort of things that they don't feel like that you're just sort of, they're instilled within you by that point. So you're seeing them in a different light than when you're just sort of reading them first time around, and they might make you blush. So that sort of hasn't happened, thankfully. Have you learned any new I can't even say the word, euphemisms? There's all kinds of stuff that comes up on set. When we're filming sex scenes, or especially in the Red Room stuff, there's always we really have a laugh in those days, because you can imagine you can't sort of say anything that isn't an innuendo, anything, like literally anything. Becomes sexual innuendo, so it's we have a lot of fun with that, and it kind of makes members of the public talk to you about more personal things too. So I just wondered how you deal with that. Actually, it is true. It's but I sort of manage to avoid that. If I'm speaking to someone and they bring up anything sort of remotely sexual, I'll pretend that my phone's ringing or something. I'll just sprint away. Yeah, hang on a sec. I just got to get this. Yeah, exactly. That's a good one. Good. That, and it's all done now, isn't it? Because the third film is finished. Yeah, we shot them back to back, so yeah, we're done with it. It's mad. And how do you feel about that? Will you? It's bittersweet, when you live with a character for that long, and it's always a weird thing, saying goodbye to him. I've gone through that with television as well, so and where you get to pay a character repetitively, and it's always harder to leave those characters behind, I think, than if it's just a one-off. But it's a chapter. I mean, I'll be here next year promoting the third one, but it is a chapter. In fact, we've filmed them, a chapter that that's closed, and that's cool. You can be sentimental for a second, and then you move on and go, right, I'm getting excited about whatever's happening next. I'm like, phew, I don't have to answer those awkward questions anymore. Yeah. And so you're doing Robin Hood at the moment. I am. So you're playing Will Scarlet. Yeah. Which is why you shaved your head. That's why I've got a shaved head. Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun. It's a very fun cast. And, Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx, Ben Mendelsohn, Eve Hewson, Tim Minchin. It's really, really fun group of people. Love it.
So there's loads more to come now, I guess. It's
I hope my career's not totally over after.
No, but I mean, as in there must be so many fantastic offers on the table. Because obviously these films are great, but we all know you did The Fall as well, which was absolutely excellent, and I loved it so much. So off the back of that, there's a whole, I guess, so many more doors opening.
It's exciting. You know, that's why I love this job. I love being an actor. It's, you know, challenging yourself and trying to take on different roles and experience different worlds and characters, and it's fun because it means that no 2 days are the same at work, and I love that, and that's the reason I wanted to do something like this and not like sit in an office and watch a computer screen. I just knew I didn't have the right temperament or aptitude, or call it what you like. I knew I didn't have that in me.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people realise that when they're staring at the computer, but I was just lucky enough to act on that when I was like 19 and say, right, I don't want to do this. So it's all kind of worked out for now.
Definitely.